Hello everyone, you know that the transfer period in Europe is over. The January transfer window may be over, but the anticipation ahead of the summer window has already begun. Today we will evaluate the latest agenda. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to my channel. Enjoy watching. Kylian Mbappe has reportedly decided to leave Paris Saint-Germain at the end of the season and join Real Madrid. The 25-year-old has decided to join Madrid for the 2024-25 campaign. The French international is out of contract at the Paris outfit this summer, and after repeatedly being linked with the Spanish giants, it appears Mbappe wants to move to the Santiago Bernabéu. However, the report adds that it is not yet a done deal. The report adds that negotiations between the interested parties are being carried out to establish the biggest contract in the Madrid dressing room for Mbappe. The World Cup winner reportedly ruled out a move to Liverpool next season, but if he did move to Madrid, it would be a monumental coup for the Spanish outfit, especially as it would be on a free transfer. This news comes at a time when Mbappe allegedly had many doubts about leaving the side he has called his home since leaving Monaco for PSG in 2018. Since that transfer, which cost €180 million, the Frenchman has scored 241 times in 288 appearances. Bayern Munich are interested in signing Serhou Guirassy from Stuttgart, amid reports of interest from Manchester United and Tottenham. Per Bild, Bayern are interested in bringing Guirassy to the club, potentially as a backup to first-choice striker Harry Kane. He would cost €20 million and has previously been linked with both United and Spurs. Along with the two Premier League clubs, there is also said to be interest from Borussia Dortmund, Newcastle, Atletico Madrid, and AC Milan, with the Guinea international netting a staggering 17 goals in 14 games this term. Guirassy has rarely been this prolific, with his highest goal tally before 2023-24 standing at 11 strikes for Stuttgart last season in the Bundesliga. However, his purple patch appears to have alerted suitors across Europe to the potential of securing his signature. Manchester United captain Bruno Fernandez reportedly turned down a massive offer from Al Hilal in January, and the club will try again in the summer. Portuguese outlet Record reported that the Red Devils captain received an astronomical offer from the Saudi Pro League, but the Portuguese midfielder responded negatively to the offer. Having joined Manchester United for an estimated £68 million in January 2020, the Portuguese playmaker feels he still has more to accomplish at the club. Despite Fernandez's refutation of Al Hilal, their interest has not diminished, and they intend to make another approach in the summer. Over the past 12 months, Al Hilal has already signed several well-known football players from European teams. Their team includes Ruben Neves, Serge Milinkovic-Savic, Kalidou Koulibaly, Neymar, and Aleksandar Mitrovic. They now lead the Saudi first flight by 7 points above second-placed Al Nassr thanks to their investments over the summer. Borussia Dortmund sporting director Sebastian Kehl seemed to rule out a permanent move for Jadon Sancho this summer. Sancho rejoined the club where he made his name on loan last month, having fallen out of favor at Manchester United following a much-publicized feud with manager Erik ten Hag. He's made a fast start in the Bundesliga too, sparking rumors that he could make the switch permanent at the end of the season. However, Kehl admitted that the deal would be a challenging one to complete. Asked by Sky Sports if there is an option to sign Sancho, as well as fellow Premier League loanee Ian Maatsen, in the summer, Kehl said, "Unfortunately for both players, neither option was really realistic. If you know what we got for Jadon Sancho 2.5 years ago, then you know also that it might now be very, very difficult. We naturally advocated for an option with him and also with Ian, but the negotiating position was not such that we could implement it, and so we will accept it for now." Manchester City have been told to swap Juventus striker Dusan Vlahovic with Erling Haaland, as the Serbian can also bag 50 goals a season. Former Italian goalkeeper Giovanni Galli, who played for AC Milan, Fiorentina, and Napoli among others, feels Vlahovic offers nothing less than City star Haaland, and if he was in a more attack-minded team than the Serie A side, the 23-year-old's goal-scoring feats would be as stratospheric. He told, "I have a weakness for Dusan. I've known him since his time in Florence. He is extraordinary. He has everything: determination, desire, physicality, and a lethal left foot. He is also strong with headers. Right now, he is physically fit, and he is the player we saw at Fiorentina. Physical problems tormented him for a year, but now he is proving to be a champion." Manchester City are reportedly interested in Bayern Munich duo Joshua Kimmich and Jamal Musiala. The Athletic have reported that Pep Guardiola could be keen on a potential reunion with Kimmich, who he worked with during his stint at the German club. The report suggests that while a close source to the Premier League refuted the interest in a January transfer, a summer move could very well be a possibility. As for Musiala, The Athletic suggests that City may only try to go for the youngster if he refuses a contract extension with the Bavarians. Kimmich has often been linked with a move away from Bayern due to his expertise as both a right-back and a defensive midfielder. Musiala is also seen as a future superstar, perhaps explaining City's interest. Mauricio Pochettino appears to be on the brink of being sacked as Chelsea manager. The 51-year-old had helped spark a mini revival during a 2-week spell around the new year, but back-to-back defeats against Liverpool and Wolves has left Poch out trending on social media. Chelsea fans have been vocal in their desire for Pochettino to leave their club, with many calling for his head following an extremely poor week. The Blues have shipped 8 goals in their last 2 league matches, with Liverpool emerging 4-1 winners on Wednesday night and Wolves easing to a 4-2 victory on Sunday. Thiago Silva's wife has even hinted that she believes Pochettino should no longer be in charge at Stamford Bridge. The ex-Tottenham Hotspur and Paris Saint-Germain manager admitted he felt sorry for the fans after Chelsea's loss against Wolves, but that will come as little consolation to a fan base who have seen their club nosedive to mid-table obscurity over the past 18 months. With Pochettino facing serious questions about his future, who could Chelsea bring in if they decide to sack him? Write your thoughts in the comments. Michael Olise and Eberechi have both been linked with a Crystal Palace exit this summer amid serious transfer interest in the pair. Manchester City, Manchester United, Chelsea and Arsenal are all interested in signing France U21 international Olise, while both Manchester clubs are admirers of E's too. They are evidently Crystal Palace's 2 best players, but Roy Hodgson's side may be forced to sell if a suitable offer is lodged during the next transfer window. Olise has 9 goal contributions in 11 Premier League games so far this season, while he stands at 5 goals and 1 assist in 16 league matches in 2023-24. Fabrizio Romano has confirmed there is interest in Crystal Palace's star duo. He told, "Keep an eye as well on Crystal Palace as I think it's going to be interesting in the summer, especially for Michael Olise, who is on the list of many top clubs in England. I think he's going to be one of the big names of the window, but where is he going? It's still too early to say." Eberechi was on Manchester City's list last summer, though there's no development so far since then. FFP had a big impact on the January transfer window, but overall the feeling in the summer is that it will be a very different story. Fans believe they know the reason behind Rasmus Hodglin's improved form in recent weeks. The Manchester United star scored 5 goals in the Champions League group stages, but had to wait until his 16th appearance in the Premier League to net his first goal in the competition. Before Christmas, Hodgin hadn't even scored in the English top flight, but his form since then has improved vastly. The Denmark international now has 5 goals and 2 assists in his last 6 games in all competitions, and he has found the back of the net in each of his past 4 Manchester United appearances. Hodgin looks to be a man reborn at Old Trafford, and his fortunes have certainly changed since the early weeks of his Red Devils career. The 21-year-old joined Man United for an initial €73.9 million from Atlanta last summer and is now beginning to start repaying that transfer fee. Throughout Hodglin's goal drought, Australian singer Shawn Millis took the internet by storm with his motivational speeches to Hodgin, while his song "Waiting on a Miracle to Come" was a popular meme among supporters. Manchester United's hopes of extracting a large transfer fee from Donny van de Beek this summer have been dashed following his start to life at Eintracht Frankfurt. The former Netherlands international joined Frankfurt on loan during the January transfer window, but his opening month in Germany hasn't gone quite to plan. Upon arriving in the Bundesliga, Van de Beek started 3 consecutive league games for Eintracht Frankfurt, but he was substituted in all 3, including at halftime against Mainz on January 26. This weekend, he was benched for their trip to Cologne, and Van de Beek remained as an unused substitute during Frankfurt's 2-0 defeat. Furthermore, German outlet Bild have now reported that Van de Beek will not be included in Frankfurt's squad for the knockout stages of the European Conference League. As a result, there is no room for Van de Beek, with the Dutchman seemingly not viewed as an important player in their pursuit of European glory. Chelsea manager Mauricio Pochettino has brutally put down transfer flop Mykhailo Mudryk, remarking that the Ukrainian must understand that football is a team game and not tennis. Mudryk joined Chelsea for €100 million in January 2023 from Shakhtar Donetsk after the Blues hijacked Arsenal's deal for the winger. However, Mudryk has flopped badly at Stamford Bridge. Mudryk currently is struggling for game time, and was even linked with a January transfer away from Chelsea. Pochettino was asked about why Mudryk was not playing much, and his response was less than diplomatic. He told, "Now he is on the bench. It's about the form. If you keep your form and you are the best during every training session, you will play. It's about meritocracy. He has amazing quality and potential, but it's a team game, it's not tennis." Real Madrid have opted not to extend the loan of goalkeeper Capa Arrizabalaga, signaling the end of his stint with the club after the 2023-24 season. The decision comes just 5 months after the 29-year-old arrived at the Bernabeu with hopes of securing a permanent spot with the Spanish giants. Despite Capa's initial optimism, the Real Madrid board has decided against keeping him beyond the loan period. Sources suggest that only a radical change in his performance would see the decision be reversed. Ravello report that the coaching staff, including head coach and decision-makers at Real Madrid, are satisfied with the current performance of Ukrainian goalkeeper Ondrej Lunin, so the Chelsea man will head back to Stamford Bridge. The goalkeeping situation for Real Madrid next season is shaping up to be a partnership between Lunin and the recovering Thibaut Courtois. The Champions League winner, who suffered an ACL injury at the end of August, is on track for a positive recovery, and the club is optimistic about his return at full strength for the next season after a thorough preseason. With Courtois and Lunin as the primary goalkeeping duo, the services of Capa are not required. It is very likely that Capa will return to Chelsea in the summer. Chicago Fire head coach Frank Klopas has ruled out a move for Barcelona striker Robert Lewandowski. Lewandowski has been linked with a move to Major League Soccer, with Los Angeles Galaxy and Chicago Fire reportedly at the front of the queue for the Pole's services. The striker bagged 23 goals as Barcelona won La Liga last season, but he has only managed 8 in the current campaign, with the club floundering in third. With Xavi announcing his departure from the club on Saturday following a 5-3 loss to Villarreal, in which Lewandowski drew another blank, and the striker's long-term successor already signed in Vitor Roque, the chances of a departure have increased. Allied to that is the fact Barcelona remain more than €1 billion in debt, and cashing in on an aging player still valued at €33.3 million by Football Transfer's in-house algorithm could be wise. Lewandowski's future remains to be seen.